So guys, it's Trey, the dawn of entertainment, back with another Unfiltered Cinematics. Today I went to go see BlackKklansman. Kind of late on it. I really wanted to see it when it first came out, but life happens and stuff gets in the way. But I'm back. I am going to break down this movie for you. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of a, I don't want to say fun take, but an entertaining take on some real life issues. Obviously, BlackKklansman, it's going to be kind of politically and racially motivated. So this movie was directed by Spike Lee, produced by Jordan Peele, the man behind Get Out. And Spike Lee's behind countless kind of black movies. And this one was no different. So basically, the story behind it, the plot, it is a true story of how a black cop in Colorado Springs infiltrated the KKK. How he did this, he basically talked on the phone with the KKK members of the Colorado Springs chapter, and then in person they used another white cop to be kind of a double agent. So we have Adam Driver, aka Kylo Ren. Some of you may know him as that. He was the white cop, and then John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son, was Ron Stallworth, the main character of this movie. So Ron Stallworth would talk on the phone with these KKK members, using kind of his white voice. He pronunciated the white and the R, and the KKK member David Duke, the Grand Wizard, basically said, "I can tell you're an Aryan white boy based on the way you talk." And Ron Stallworth goes, "How is it that you can tell?" And he basically goes, "I can tell just by the way you say the word R. If you say R, like R, that's white. If you say R, that's black." And that later came on, and he played a funny-ass prank on him in the end. Ron Stallworth, that is. So just very racially motivated. He uses his white voice to talk to the KKK members and kind of gain their trust. And then Adam Driver, the flip guy, he kind of is the front man when it comes in person. So he kind of infiltrates physically, whereas Ron Stallworth, behind the scenes, is kind of the head of the operation. So Ron Stallworth goes into, we see him become a cop, and right away as a rookie, kind of balls to the walls. He wants to get involved, and he wants to do his thing. He basically breaks the color barrier as a cop. He's the Jackie Robinson, they say, of Colorado Springs, becoming the first kind of black cop to really do these sort of things. Then he sets his sights higher on the KKK. He basically says, "Fuck it," and he picks up the phone. He accidentally uses his real name. Everyone's laughing at him, and they go from there, and the operation proceeds. In doing so, the first kind of mission that Ron Stallworth has is he goes to a Black Panther meeting. And from there, he meets this girl, and there's kind of an intertwining love story, and just a very well put together movie. I think Spike Lee did a good job. Cinematically, there are a few things I was like, that's kind of weird. For example, when they were at the the Black Panther meeting, and just kind of like how the audience was like looking at the speaker, and then he would I personally, if I wrote it and I was the director, I would have just panned on the audience to see everyone's reactions. Instead, we have just one face, and then another face appears, another face appears, another face appears. It seems almost, I don't know, very artistic, but I'm more of a guy, I don't really I'm not a big fan of those fluffy things. I just want to see the audience, and that would have been good for me. So those are kind of nitpicks, cinematic things that I think I would have done differently. But in terms of the storyline, I thought it was very good, very powerful. I won't give everything away, but basically they successfully infiltrate the KKK. They almost got caught in the end when this dude who got pinched back in the day from the white cop recognizes the white cop, and he almost gets caught that way, but they get away. The white KKK wife of the group basically takes it upon herself to put some C4 in a car from actually Ron Saulwer's like girlfriend, and just very intertwining plot lines. I don't know what is real, what actually happened in real life, and what was beefed up cinematically. I'll have to do my research there. But cinematically, as the movie, I thought it was really good. I think it was an entertaining take on kind of a dark and very dramatic topic. I think in that regard, it was very interesting, and Spike Lee did a good job. There were kind of a few plot holes where I was like, oh, why didn't just the white cop Flip talk on the phone? I get that Ron Stallworth wanted to be the brains behind the operation and lead it, and he did a good job. I'm sure he was very wise and very intelligent in real life. But there was also some other plot lines where it was just like, why did the chief of the cops, who had very racist vibes, why did he just say fuck it and send Ron Stallworth with the Grandmaster Wizard David Duke just up, and it just kind of felt like, okay, sure, fuck the whole investigation and just hand him over, and who cares? I thought that was kind of like, did that really happen? So there are kind of little tiny plot holes that you can nitpick, but overall, a very entertaining, very good movie, very powerful movie. They also included some real life footage from Charlottesville last year when the Tiki Torch dudes, that whole scene basically took place. They included real life footage and real life interviews that really brought it home that this racist shit is still prevalent today. I hate to get political with a movie review, but when it's this topic, you kind of have to be political. It is what it is. This is my personal opinion, and it is what it is. This is my breakdown, so I'm going to say how I feel. It's very prevalent that Trump vibes, and they've included a the Trump press conference from Charlottesville, where he basically didn't have not a bad thing to say about the Charlottesville Tiki Torch dudes, who were very racist and beating black people and beating just people in general at that time. But aside from that, it was very prevalent with the America First, the kind of Make America Great Again. There were definite correlations, and it was almost eerie the way that this is based in, I think, the 70s, maybe early 80s, that back then, that shit is still happening now, and it's sad that, maybe the person in office perpetuates that. So that's just my take, and you may not like that, but that's how I feel, and that's what I see, and I call it like I see it. Obviously, I'm not the most politically savvy guy, but I'm very socially aware, and that's just how I feel, and is what it is. I feel bad for these people who have to endure these type of things. It's fucked up. Power to all the people. That's what it is. All the power to all the people. All lives matter. It is what it is. Black lives matter. White lives matter. Mexican lives matter. Asian lives matter. Gay, straight lives matter. Everyone matters, and I think that's the message that this movie is really hitting at, and I think they hit the nail right on the head. I didn't enjoy, but I thought it was perfectly placed, the Charlottesville footage, because it shows that this shit still goes on, and it's sad, and we need to come together as a country, as a humanity, to really just come together through love, and that's how I feel. And I think this movie was very good, very entertaining. It was kind of one where you could like sit back and kind of laugh. It was kind of a comedy, and really, it's real shit. It's some real life issues that are really going on. This is still prevalent today, And this is kind of a movie where you can kind of laugh about it. It's fucked up to say, but it kind of had comedic tones. So I think the tone of the movie was very interesting, and Spike Lee was very, very unique in directing that tone. So I enjoyed that. Like I said, there's some cinematic things I would have done differently. Like at the very end when Ron Stallworth and his girlfriend, the KKK, or excuse me, god damn it, not the KKK, the Black Panther kind of college leader, the college group leader, at the very end, a knock comes at the door. They both pull out their guns, and then you kind of zoom to see the burning cross in the end. I understand the significance and the I understand the significance of that, but it was very weird to see cinematically. They're just zooming with the guns. It was just, I don't know. I would have done it differently, but I'm going to go ahead and rank this movie now. So like I said, very politically, racially motivated. I thought it was an entertaining take on a very serious topic. I think Spike Lee really honed in on the tone he wanted, and I think he did a good job in doing that. Jordan Peele probably had a lot to say about this movie too, so they both did a really good job. Hopefully we get more of that collaboration in the future. Who knows? But acting was good. I thought it was funny where it needed to be. It was serious where it needed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and give this an 8.7. Wasn't the best movie I've ever seen. I wouldn't throw this on and watch it over and over and over again. But it's a movie I think everyone should see. Honestly, I think Rotten Tomatoes is giving it a good score. I haven't heard one bad thing. I did get a notification saying that Boots Riley, the director of Sorry to Bother You, had kind of some harsh words for it, didn't really enjoy it, didn't really appreciate the satirical vibe with it. But I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I'm going to give it an 8.7 because it's important. I think everyone needs to see it. And that is my ranking. So tell me what you guys think if you've seen it. I'm Trey, the Dawn of Entertainment. It's good to be back on the social medias. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please follow us on everything. We got more podcasts coming soon. Hopefully I can write a few things for you guys to really dive into. And we'll keep this media thing going. Again, Trey Alessio, Dawn of Entertainment. This is Unfiltered Cinematics. BlackKklansman 8.7. I'll be back for more. Peace.